Again, welcome to PH 775 class. These lectures cover the foundations of GIS. Our main objective is to go through the definition of GIS, the rationale behind the use of GIS in public health, and also geographical entities in GIS. So a geographical information system lets us visualize, question, analyze, and interpret data to understand the relationships, patterns, and trends. A geographic information system is again an application system or data analysis system that make it possible for us to again analyze data that is related to a location or a spatial data. So GIS consists of the following. From this diagram, we have people, hardware, procedure, data, and software. So again, in GIS, we can store data locally, or we can use the crowd system. And also it's an application, a software that will analyze and also manage a spatial data. And it must have a hardware, a procedure, and also a data collections process. So again, a GIS consists of people, the users, hardware, software, data, and also the procedure, the process, using a network system, either in a local computer or it can be in the crowd network system. So what is a geographic phenomenon? Here we say a geographic phenomenon is something that can be named or described and also must have a location or be georeference located, and also be able to assign a time, which will be an interval at which it is or was present. Almost everything that happens somewhere. Knowing where something happened is critically important. And this is again a quote by Longley in 2011. Now, what is the rationale of using GIS? Here we say the geographical inquiry process always starts with a question. So we have to ask a geographic questions. Again, a geographic question will be any question related to a location. So here we talk about epidemiology or public health. Then we have a question about a public health scenario. But our main concern also is the location where these problems happen at. So we must first of all ask geographic questions. Then from there, we start to acquire the geographic resources that is available. So after acquiring the geographic resources, we can explore our geographic data. The exploration of geographic data, we can use a simple statistics method or any exploratory data analysis concept. Then from there, we analyze our data. So we analyze our geographic information. Then whatever result we have, we act on the geographic knowledge. So we can see that again, geographic inquiring process is almost the same as data analysis process or even data mining. The asking section is our main objective. What is our problem? So we ask our geographic questions. Then we look for resources. In this case, our resources can be the computer application, or it can be data or any resources related to solving the problem. Then if we have our data, we can perform exploratory data analysis or a descriptive statistics to understand our data. Then from there, we can analyze our data. Then the decision that we get, we act on it, which will be in data mining, we may say, we may create a model or a clusters of segmentation of some or association rules, etc. Then the decision we get, we act on it. Now, depending on the type of problem you are trying to solve, the geographic inquiry process leads to more geographic questions, and the whole process begins again. Again, with geographic information system, the data that we are using always is related to a location. The next is the geographical entities. The first one is a point. Normally, we have two types of entities, the vector and the raster. So vector consists of points, and lines, and polygons. And also we saw in our hands-on example, a point can be a location. Example can be a bus stop, an hospital, or a building, a wells. And a lines can be a network. It can be a transporting venues or arena, excuse me, roads, street, railways, sewage, etc. Now, a polygons can be an area or a region. So we can see the diagram, we have a polygon of an area. So for example, administration boundaries can be a city or land uses, parcels, blocks, or even a country, a state, etc. So again, points can be a specific location, such as an hospital or a bus stop. A line will be a network system, can be a transportation line, for example, a railway or a road. Then the polygons can be an area or a region, can be a city or administration buildings, boundaries, etc. And next is the computer representation vector model versus the raster model. So raster model, normally a raster consists of pixels, and this is how a computer data is represented in a computer system. So the first example, we have the point features. Then we have the line features model and also the polygon. Now with the raster, which is how computer data is represented, we have the raster point features. We have the raster line features, and we also have the raster polygon features. We may go through all this again when we do the hands-on exercise. In our hands-on exercise, again, we are using the QGIS. So we have a question here, which will be a question that we're going to discuss in class next week. So we can prepare for this question on your own. So for example, what is your rationale to use GIS in public health? Also, what type of GIS data is common in the context of public health? Can you think about interesting public health problems in which GIS can assist you? Again, that's the end of this lectures. So again, see you in our next lectures. Thank you.